Okay, so today I'm going to talk about hitting approach for beginners, alrighty? How I like to tell my beginner hitters what I want them to think in different counts when they're up there in the box. So if we simplify it for them, we make it as easy as possible for these new guys. There are so many situations in a game of baseball that I'd never cover them all in this one video, but this is just for beginners. This is just to get them to start thinking something in the box, okay, and having some sort of approach to the way they bat, alrighty? So I have 3 different approaches for 3 different counts in terms of strikes, alrighty? So with no strikes on, alrighty, I'm telling my hitters to be aggressive. We want to be aggressive all the time. We want to be in there to hit, alright? We're not there to try and draw walks. If it happens, that's great, but we want to be aggressive. We're looking to hit all the time. It's much easier to teach a kid who wants to hit and it's to lay off a pitch than it is to teach a kid who won't swing the bat to hit a good pitch. Okay, so start with aggression. Start with being aggressive and look and hit all the time when we start with our new hitters. Now, with no strikes on, I tell my hitters that I want them looking for their perfect pitch and I want them to attack it, all right? We get to know what our perfect pitch is in the cage and in practice and in training. So for example, if they like it right here, waist high, down the middle, then that's the exact pitch they're looking for. They get that pitch, I want them to hit it hard to the outfield, okay? If they like it on the outside, a strike on the outside, I want them to look for that and I want them to drive that as hard as they can. If they like a bit higher, a bit lower, whatever their favorite pitch is with no strikes on, okay, I want them to hit the ball as hard as possible. I want them to hit their favorite pitch. That's what you're looking for, nothing else, okay? With 1 strike on, I tell them we're hitting strikes, okay? So if it's in the strike zone and you know it's a strike, I want you to hit it hard, okay? So anywhere in the strike zone, we're going to hit the baseball hard. We always aim to hit the ball hard and flat to the outfield, okay? With 2 strikes on, we want to make sure that we don't leave it up to the umpire to make the decision on whether it's a strike or not, okay? So the general approach I give my kids when they're hitting with 2 strikes on is if you can hit it cleanly and if you can hit it well, hit it, okay? Whether it's a strike or not, if you can hit it well, I want you to hit the ball, okay? Because umpires are just like us. They're making calls on every single pitch, so they may make a mistake or we might make a mistake and think it was a ball, but it was actually a strike. And the last thing we want to do is let one that's close go past with 2 strikes on and leave it in the hands of the umpire to decide our fate. So we always make sure that we take our fate into our own hands with 2 strikes. We'd be aggressive. We open up the zone of what we're going to attack. And the idea is if I can hit the ball well anywhere where it is, whether it's out in front, whether it's outside, inside a little bit, okay, a little bit higher than usual, a little bit lower than usual, but if I'm confident I can get the bat to it, then I want to hit it with 2 strikes on. And that's my approach for a count with 0, 1 or 2 strikes that I teach to beginner hitters.